Championship here today, and we are at the Sakir National Circuit at Bahrain. Unfortunately, we cannot be on the Vrl channel. There's technical difficulties, but I am Tazuri, and I am joined by Kieran today. Yeah, yeah. So it's about time I have a co-commentator. Hopefully, I mean, we saw it was a mental race in Australia. Hopefully that's crashes. But hopefully, we can see the same action today. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. So obviously, I mean, looking at last week, I'd say, well, I mean, we do have shifters here today, so I reckon it will be between the two Mercedes drivers and Carbon Con as well. For the win, other drivers could some surprises, but I mean, I reckon it will be a fight for the win between at least three of the top guys anyway. So we're just getting into qualifying now. Well, I'd be very surprised if it's raining, but it's cold Masters, so you never know. Yep, so just drying quite. The strategy it is, as Callum retires, he does have a quality ban for this race. Strategy around here, I mean, medium hard is the optimum one, but I reckon you'll see a few people go on the soft, maybe do a two soft, maybe try and go soft hard, but yeah, more than likely. So I'm just going on track, I believe it is a McLaren. Yeah, it is. Carb says a quality balance, you come in the end. So the first driver out on track is the McLaren Carbon Con. I mean, was in the lead a race last week until he spotted the infamous chicane. He's looking for a better result today. I mean, if he shows the pace he did last week, I don't see why he can't be up there. But we just have Charlie behind him, so on the medium tire straight away. So I wonder if this will be. I wonder if they're going to be 2 laps, or I think they're just opening themselves up to either go on the mediums, or many people go on softs. I reckon they might stick on a set of softs at the end and see what they can do. Yes, definitely. I mean, the player around here can't. It's not the worst, but it's not the easiest to manage. That's for sure. Yeah, that is the McLaren Carbon Con. If you want to commentate over the lap, because I'm just gonna send the link to the stream into the chat. Yep. So Yeah, across the line for Capricorn Corn, it's going to be a 27.4. It's first up the session as a benchmark evidence to beat. Charlie Chalkton using Valadays. So the next driver is going to be a Mercedes. I think it's Shifters. He's coming to the final corner now. What's he going to say? It's going to cross the line. I think this is going to be the new pole, which is a 26.6. That's good up by Shifters now. Yep. Probably not the last one that killed me for sure. And as Reese comes across the line, he goes, the last of on the set of time is Twonk goes P1 on the softs, interestingly, so I think he's committing himself to that strategy. As well, in terms of the race, I reckon our main overtaking is going to be into turn 1, and if you can hold it, I reckon there'll be battles all the way down to turn 4, maybe into turn 6 as well, but the main point of danger on this track is that, of course, that long right hand at turn 13 where it's so easy for just to hit the inside curve and the car to step out. I reckon, I mean, if Australia's anything to go by, I reckon that corner could claim quite a few victims here today, as I believe Mate is on up in the Renault as he's coming through. He's just ending the first sector now, coming to the second sector. Obviously, if you're running no ABS, the double left-hander as well, that could be a bit of a pain for some people if they're not locking up. Speaking of the double left-hander, here comes Mate. Use the inside curb. Use a bit of the outside, maybe a little bit loose on the back end, but still good by him as he has cars ahead of him. I believe that's a Red Bull. It is a Red Bull, and there's a ready racing point, so they need to get out of the way. I think it was a little bit wide, but still that's all fine. You must avoid the curb through there. Nice one. Always in Bangladesh. The one's a bit wide on exit. If it's not done, as who is on long lap currently? I don't think anyone is at the moment actually. So actually, no. The Driggs, she's on long lap in the AlphaTauri. First lap wasn't that spectacular. I'm assuming he backed off, but as here he comes through the final corner on the soft tires. Locking up a little bit, but up in the fourth gets a nice one. Would this be the new pole time for Driggs across the line? It goes in between Twonk and Shifters. Who's on that? I believe the next will be Charlie, who's about to start on that, so we'll watch this one because no one else is on that at the moment. So I mean, he was one of the many drivers who spotted it in the lead last week, so hopefully for his sake he does not do that again as he comes to start his final lap now. Across the line on the run of turn 1. You want to brake about the in between the 150 and 100 meter board. Takes turn 1 nicely. Now you want to use the curb on the inside. On the outside as well, it doesn't use it that much, but still not a bad run. On the run to turn 4 now, second DRS. And you use the outside curve, which he does. And that's a good run to turn 4. Now I'm using the car into this tight twisty section. Also, the right Vasilano turn 7, that outside curb, I reckon that could catch people out as well, so he comes through the hairpin like corner out into the double left hander. Up as you climb up. The double left, turn 9 and turn 10. Gets a good exit out of there. Now on the third DRS straight, here he comes on the run down to turn 11. Using the outside curb, takes a little bit of the inside curb. Nice from him through turn 13. Using as close to the curb as possible. Takes a nice one from there. It was a little bit wide into turn 14, but here he comes on the run down into the final corner. Charlie, is he going to get a good run through here? He does. That's a nice one. Across the line, what's it going to be for the Red Bull? I think it is quicker than Carbon Com, but it's still 6 heads behind Shifters on the mediums, and he's gone out on the softs actually, so I reckon. But the way it's going, always there's a McLaren of Santi Recca going up the hill, interesting. That's before the Mazaranda. I think he's just gone on the outside curb and he's spun the car, so yeah, I think he just ran a little bit wider, got on power too early. That's interesting though how he did it before the fast right hander and not during it. Josh across the line. 25.4, 1.1 seconds ahead. So I reckon what people are going to go on soft than what I initially anticipated. This Shifter's on the lap now, so is anyone ahead of him on the lap at the moment? Cameron is the Alfa Romeo new driver. Yeah, he's been, from what I know, he's been said to be quick, so we'll see what he can do. Yeah, we will as he comes through the fast way and that. Looks like good up at the moment. He has the McLaren of Carbon Con ahead of him. He's getting a little bit of the toe. He's up. Yeah, he did. It looks very smooth today. He picked up a little bit of dirt, yeah, but it shouldn't be that bad. Oh, that's like that. Look, he comes through the final corner. What will this be for Cameron? I think it'll be a 25, a 25.8. Not a bad time there from Cameron. It is the Shifters now. He's come to the corner now. 1.3 up. That would be enough to take him to the top of the timing sheets. As he comes to the final corner. Uses fourth gear. Nice run. I reckon this is going to be pole for him. Across the line. Oh, a 24.9. That's impressive. That is really impressive. I didn't even know Shifters had that pace in them. He's on the lap now. I think Mate is on the lap in the Renault. Yeah, he's coming through. Up to the final corner now. So here he comes. Down to third. That doesn't get the best run, but it's not the worst. Across the line from Mate. This is actually going to be a decent time. It puts him P4 on the grid, so not bad that by him. As who's on the lap? Reese, I believe. Nah, Carbon Con, he's coming through the final. He's just going through the corner. He's up by a little bit, but not by that much. He's yellow flag. That is a racing point of Twonk, who has lost on the exit of turn 3. I think he's just. I'm going to assume he's got lost on traction. He just goes back on track there. Yeah, I think so. Yep. As I use someone that I'm the only one map at the moment. Okay, now you have the Williams with Pids and all that. Obviously not set a time yet, but he's on the way into the end of the middle sector using the outside curb. It's a good run through turn 11. Now into turn 13. The Pids. Looks good. It wasn't a purple middle sector, but it's still a decent one. I see he comes now. On the run down to the final corner. Using a lot of the air side of the track. Into the final corner he goes. He gets a good run, gets a good exit. This is looking like a decent lap from Pids. What's this going to be? Well, it puts him into P5. Very good lap. That's a nice lap there from him. Who's on the lap then? Yeah, it's actually to be at the starting lap, so we'll watch him in the Williams. I'm pretty sure Williams, like many teams, I'm pretty sure they had a double DNF last week, so they've been hoping to potentially score some points here today. As FCW on the to turn 1, goes in deep. Yes, he will. He's not used. Okay, yeah, I didn't activate DRS for England, and this has a glitch because there is a glitch on the game, but it doesn't show me activated. So, but hopefully that is the case for his sake. As he comes now into the fast right-hander, using all the inside curb. Not the best run, but he's attacking for the moment. So here he comes. It's a good exit out of the hairpin. Now into the double left, turning a bit. I think he turned in a bit too early there, which made him hit the inside, but just that curve nicely now. Opening the DRS on the back of that Williams. Here he comes. Into turn 11. Oh, one's in a little bit deep. It's not a bad one though. Here he comes to the fast right-hander. Always covered the curve, he's spun. Is that going to be out for FJW? Oh my, he's very lucky not to be out there. Charlie has gone P2. That's a very good lap by him. Yeah. just a little bit. As here comes Driggs in the AlphaTauri. He's driven by 210s. That should put him into P7. I think actually might be P6. So it's not a bad lap from him so far. Into the final corner he goes. Walking up a lot. It's a good run. What will this be from Driggs? Cross line for the Canadian. It is P6. Yep. So not a bad lap by him. As I believe his teammate has read the other one is just invalidated. So who's on the lap now though? The Ferrari's on the lap. I'm gonna have to figure out how to say his name. I have no clue how to say that. We'll just call him Hack because it's H. Yeah, we'll call him Hack. So probably the easiest thing. Here comes Hack. He's a 10 down in the middle sector. What? Let's see, he comes on the road to the final corner. What will this be from him? There's a yellow flag. I think that's just trying to run out of fuel. So he goes out and he's going to go into the pits. Yes, so he's not going to commit the lap. Cameron's on the lap again now for Romeo. He's just on the start of his lap. Oh, he's backed out though. He had a good run through turn 1. Yeah, I don't know why he's backed off. Interesting. So, what it looks like, a lot of people are going on softs than what we originally thought. A lot more people than I expected. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame them, as here comes Twonk. He is just over half a tenth though, in the first section. Oh, yeah. I've just seen that. Yeah, I can't get a camera angle to see his cat. Yeah. Now, and what more people are being caught out by that far in the corner than expected. I think he's on the traction really. And it's back to Twonk. He's coming to the end of the middle sector now. Breaking around 50, using the inside curve. Running a little bit wide, not too wide though. That's a good run. Here he comes into the fast right. Twonk is up by nearly 5/10. This would be a good improvement. It'll actually put him up into P5 at the moment, unless he can find a lot more time to get up in the top 4. The top 4 look very untouchable at the moment, so I reckon it'll be something special from anyone else to get into them, but I reckon a few drivers are capable of that. As here comes Twonk across the line. Always setting the racing point, it is a 26.0, he's just outside the 25s. As Josh has backed off, so Josh's chances, I mean, he has one more lap to go for pole, but you really don't want to be more than one lap on them softs because they're not exactly a great race to learn. Yeah. I was watching Santi Ureka, down in 15th, he's got into the, he's backed off on his lap, so that's him done. Noldry, he's coming through the final corner now, in the Alfa Romeo, in the Renault. What's he gonna set? What he said he was improving, is he gonna make an improvement on a 27.2? He doesn't, he's just a little bit smaller. Who is on that? He's just not that much ERS, those are not 4%, so there's no reason to validate it. Carbon Corner be the next one. Here he comes. He's 1.3 up. That will put him into P6 actually, so here he comes. Into the final corner, qualifying has ended, so at the moment Shifters looks on track to take pole, triangulating improved by 4/10 at the moment, as here comes Carbon Con across the line. It's P4. That is tight between him and Cameron. Many thousands in that. So there's your cars at the back. Yep. Reese on the left. There he comes. Oh, the fast right-hander, he's hit the inside curb. He has lost. I mean, it won't really matter now, because even if you did the NF, you would have still stayed there, but fortunately for him, he would have liked to improve, as I believe Josh is on the lap. Josh has gone wide. So that's his lap over, so Charlie is the last hope to steal pole off shifters at the moment, which looks very unlikely. Here comes Charlie into the final corner. Gets a good run. Oh, he spun it, and that's it. I think, unless someone was a miracle with that. I believe that, yeah, his hit shifters is on pole position. So it makes us up in the P6, and I believe that is, yeah, that's it, that's everyone, so. Yeah, it's time to work around plays with cars, and then we're done, so. I mean, the standard reform were there last to be shifters into 24s, pole by 4/10, I mean. Wow, quite frankly. It is, yeah, so, that is it done. So your top 3 for qualifying, then shifters takes pole position on his in his first race of the season. Obviously missed last week, but he's here and he's on pole. Charlie in P2. I mean, he's just ahead of Josh in P3. That's very close. I didn't realise how close I was seeing them two. So we're clocking out at 1-3. The rest of the grid in Carbon Con in P4. We're gonna be happy with that. Cameron in P5 on his debut. He'll be happy with that. Or mate in P6. Paul could be a little bit disappointed. I reckon he would have thought he could have maybe jumped up. Drake's in 8th, Pids 9th, Reese 10th, SW 11th, Hack 12th, Noja 13th, Santiago 14th, Callum 15th, and Carson 16th, and Plays of Cars did not set a time in 17th, so it'll be interesting to see. What these soft runners do. Are they gonna go for a 2-stop, or are they gonna be ballsy and try and go on the hards? Yeah, me too, but you never know really what's gonna happen. So I mean, the people, whoever's I don't know who's in P11, but whoever's in P11, I don't think they'll be too mad with that, because they get to be done if they choose so. They get to be on the optimal strategy, the 1-stop. So people outside the top 10, they could step up a few places, like Santu Rankin. He's fighting for the win in Australia, so I reckon he has the pace to get up into some decent points for the team. Yes, the pace is ready up now, so everyone should be ready up in a second. I mean, we saw. I'm surprised. We only saw 2 people spin out there. At least I caught on camera. I mean, when them softs started to die, I reckon we could see a few people having big issues with grip, because from my experience, when these softs die at this track, they really do die. So yes. So let me just get the tires up. Yes, we are. So the tires. So everyone inside the top 10 on softs. Then outside top 10, you have Hack and Noja on the softs. FAW, Callum, Carbs, and Placer Cars on the medium. And Santurek, interestingly, has gone a bit bold. He's chosen the hard tires on the strategy, so. And maybe try and go on softs at the end. They will be against. Well, for the 2 stoppers it'll be mediums, but for the 1 stoppers it'll be hard. So just let's see what he can do. I mean, I know he has decent pace, so just hopefully for his sake he can have a better going than race. I mean, the run down to turn 1. Shifters, it's insane to me today that if he gets pole, he won't be jumped off the line, so let's see if that holds true. I mean, so it'll be a dash in the turn 1 really. I reckon you never know, someone like Cameron, they can make gains. It's really just have to wait and see on the stats. He really doesn't. Hopefully if they do go for it, it does not end up in carnage. So shifters now should be taking control of this car soon, or the game should be. So, I mean, Smoke has been DQ'd, so was me, and so was Piz. Their tyres are going to be cold, so they're probably going to have, they won't have great starts, but there we go, wind up on the grid now. Are all the drivers. Josh, today you'll be aiming to take a 2 out of 2, but with the way it's gone, it won't be easy for him to have his teammate and I mean, with the way it's looking, he'll have his teammate and Charlie to beat him. Probably the guys behind him as well, so everyone line up on the grid now. At the start of the game, if you give me a nice camera angle, that would be lovely. Where is this? Great, nice camera angle, please. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Bahrain. And as I said in the way, that was a very quick start. Shifters gets a brilliant start. He's already cleared the chasing pack into turn 1. Oh, does it? Yeah, that is a Renault. Jesus, that's a Renault going off. There's 3 wide into turn 2. Carbon Corn moves up into P2. Josh down into P4. Yeah, into turn 4 now. Josh gonna go up the inside of Charlie. Can he make the move? Stick. Charlie wants a little bit wide into turn 5. Is he gonna make the move? Stick. On the Red Bull, Charlie holding it around the outside. Oh, they get very close to contact there. Oh, is it round the outside, Charlie? Shit, has had a brilliant start. He's already 1.6 away, so couldn't have been better for him. What actually happened there? Because you said about plays with cars, and you said about his teammate. But what I just saw a Renault of Noja. He just seemed to be drifting across the track now. Oh god. Yeah, I'm assuming that was, yeah, it was probably Noja who was shunted there, considering he was sliding across the track. But Shifters couldn't ask for a better one. He's already 1.6 clear, and he has. And Carbon Con, I mean, I did say he could gain. Like you said, it was all about being ballsy. He had the balls in the turn 1. He made the dive. I mean, it wasn't really dive. It was well in for the move. And he's made it stick. Oh, and that's Callum who's out. That's a safety car. So, Noja, Santuraka's got damage. I mean, this is good for the soft runners. It means they can try and extend their stint, but. Yeah, Santuraka and Noja pairing their wings. So, who was it who made contact with Callum now? Okay. I didn't see that. What I only saw was the Renault going into the wall, so. It's a safety car, so. Thankfully for Noja and Santuraka, they can all close up. After that start, I think Shifters is not going to be the happiest person for that safety car. I mean, obviously he was already cleared by 1. I think it was 1.6 or 1.7 off the start. I mean, he was looking very comfortable, but if he just executes it right, he can easily regain that. And Carbon Con be hoping to do the same leading off the standing start there. He had a brilliant start. I mean, trying to seem to bog down a little bit from what I saw. But overall, apart from that at the back, it was actually a clean start. So, wasn't that much shenanigans in the turn 1, which did surprise me, but. So, yeah, so, safety car, I reckon they'll actually be in. If no one pits, it will be in there. Hopefully, no one will let the back each other, because that would mean headache for the stewards. The 5-second penalties to be removed. Hopefully, no one causing the back of drivers now. So, let's see, you people in the pits, you have Mate in the pits, Funk in the pits, Cameron in the pits. I reckon they're switching to the mediums, and yeah, they're doing medium. This isn't a bad call from them. Switch. Same car. Actually, yeah, I'm thinking of it. This is great for the medium runners who have paid, because that means what they'll be caught up. These soft runners are going to pit in about 5 or 6 laps. And obviously they'll have to pit, so it's like, I mean, they've already made their additional pit stops, so they're actually in a really good position for this race. If these guys play their cards right, you could see something at the end, obviously. We'll have to wait and see, because it's still a long way to go. So, yeah, so we just, I reckon it'll be in at the end of lap 4, I think the safety car. So, yeah, we were. Let's actually look at the biggest winners and losers who wants to give me the graphic. There you go. So the biggest winner was actually Plays Cars got 9 positions. And the biggest loser was, I think it was Driggs. Yeah, Driggs going in 7 places, even though he's made a pit stop, so. But I'm surprised he's gone to the hards. I mean, he should have followed everyone else and gone to the mediums, but in losing some open, he can attempt the softs at the end now, so. It's not a bad call by him. That's not good. I mean, up at the front, like we said, it was just at the back really, where I mean, all I saw out of that cluster was just the Renault literally sliding across the track. But I mean, in terms of the safety car restart, shifters just needs to be spot on again, and he'll try to keep the lead. Obviously, it'll be a bit tougher this time though, because he'll have the cars chasing behind, and obviously having the whole straight to try and get ahead of them. Charlie will be hoping to regain especially Josh, which he lost. He lost just before the safety car actually came out, so it was the right timing for Josh by the time it came out. Because if it came out a little bit earlier, he would have still been behind the Red Bull. So I mean, yeah. Team Mercs P1 and P3, they're having a strong start at the moment. I mean, obviously you never know; it can very easily go wrong for one of them, but I'll wait and see what happens. I'm very surprised because usually, when we saw last week, there was a stupid amount of 5-second time penalties. I don't see. Oh, has he spun? I think it's turn. Yeah, I think it's turn 9 because it's before the double. I don't know. Actually, no, yeah, it is turn 8. Yeah. I don't no, cause, I mean, if he got hit, someone would have got the 5-second penalties. I think he just spun it himself. Whoever was at the back, Karen won't be happy with that because he was at the top of that group who pitted, so saves Karen in the stop. So we'll see if shifters can get as good as a start as he did the first time. Will Carbon come out of the challenge? Will someone like Charlie maybe be able to gain a position or two? Hopefully no one hits each other. Yeah, he is. I reckon. Well, with the way he's going, it'll be a pretty late restart. He's staying pretty close to safety car. It won't be off the final corner anyway. Well, here we go. When will Shifters go? Yeah, leaving it almost as late as he can. And he's gone. It's a good start by Shifters. Carbon Connor's Josh on the inside. Oh, Driggs is already out. Don't know what happened back there. We're into turn 1. Carbon Connor going to go down the inside of Shifters. Forces him out wide. Oh, that's a bit. Oh, he spun. Oh, I don't know what to think of that one. I didn't have a great camera angle. I didn't have it on board with one of them to see what happened. But then into turn 4. Carbon Connor in the lead. Josh in second, Charlie in P3. Hack in P4. I mean, it looked like Carbon Con shoved him off. I don't know though. So I was in broadcast, so as Charlie's got past Josh, I didn't actually see the overtake yet. So Charlie up in the P2, runs a little bit wide into the double left hand there. This one like Josh trying to go down the inside. Shifters has already cut his way through, he's already up in the 10th. So he's not messing around. Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually a good shout there. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if it was. Oh, it does, yeah. He lost his whole right side. I mean, lost his whole arm. Yeah, I can actually see that. So, back up at the front now. Charlie making the move on Carbon Cone into turn one. Is he gonna make a stick? You have to fry behind his yellow flag. I don't know. I don't know. I think it was just for the cars going. So we Charlie down inside the Carbon Cone into turn two, leaving each other lots of room. We go on the run into turn four. Charlie still holding on the inside. Comes back on the race, not on the. Oh, yeah. Here we go, Charlie, trying to make a move. Yeah, I mean, in terms of what happened to shifters, I mean, he won't be happy. Oh, it's plays with cars. I was just watching shifters overtake the AlphaTauri. He's almost gone to the wall on the inside there, manages to hold it. But shifters, he'd had a good restart. He had not. I mean, he was looking in contention for the win. You never know what can happen still, but at the moment it's not looking that likely. As Carbon Corner has a 2-10 advantage to Charlie behind as he fighting between mate and FCW's mate gets past the Williams. Pids and cars, yeah, cars get past. At the moment, also the top four are starting to break away from the rest of the group, but let's wait and see. Yeah, so here we go. He is actually. I've only realized he went back down to 14. He's already up into 9. So has the pace. Charlie is trying to make a move. You have the DRS in the turn 4 and loses the back end a little bit. Is he going to go for the move? Here we go. Josh using overtake. Is he going to go for it? No, he's not going to go for it. He's backing off. I think FCW did go over. I did see that FCW got overtaken by Twonk and Mate. In the midfield. I think if these can take their tyres 2 more laps, if they can to end in lap 9, Harrods is a possibility to go to the end. 20 laps in Harrods, they won't be, well, if they save their tyres, they'll make it to the end, but they won't feel good. I don't think they'll be at puncture risk until about the final, maybe the penultimate lap. At the early, penultimate lap of the year is Reese. I think he's lost a bit of gain. Oh, Shifter's going to go round the outside FCW. Oh, I thought he was going to go for that move into the fast right hand there. I think he was going for it there. He's on it. He's on the charges the Merc. He gets past him, back up at the front. Trying out DRS, he gets a better exit than Carbon Con. And he gets past him. He'll get past him now. Great. Carbon Con out the DRS, I'm not surprised there. Yes, and looks like here, out of this group, Charlie has actually got the best DRS. Josh has the lead. Josh only on 25%. Shifters into the pits, yeah, like you said, as here comes Carbon Con back at Charlie. If they want to save their tyres, they shouldn't fight, but here we go into turn 4. Round the outside goes Carbon Con. Oh, Charlie's almost lost the back end. I'm going to Josh to get the overtake done, will it? It will. Charlie will be annoyed at himself with that. Car should have passed this one quicker. On them fresh shots, I'm not surprised. Tom cut out penalty. These guys in the midfield, they're battling hard. So that's all right, mate. He's cleared Reese, and now his tyres are gonna be much better than the guys ahead. All right, mate, catch up to this train. He's looking in a decent position. Obviously, he'll go into another set of mediums. So but it's looking good. He's actually, unless something changes, he is in the net and lead of the race at this current moment in time. It's looking good for him, as for the front, it's still the 4-man train that it has been. Yes, so let's see. Josh and Charlie, they're into the pits. They're going for the undercut on Cameron Con. You would have thought he would have tried to pit the earliest so he doesn't get undercut. It's hard for Josh. It's hard for Charlie, and it's mediums for Hack. That's interesting. Two are trying to go to the end, one isn't. As Tonk and Reese, these guys are battling in the midfield. Here we go. Tonk using the ERS, he has none left though. I'll make you know, I'll try to. Cameron goes down inside the FCW into turn 4. And he makes the move stick. Shifters, he might jump the Ferrari round the outside. He gets the move, so he's already ahead of one of the two stoppers. Yeah. He's not the DRS though, so. When we do the Gapton leader, is, it would be close at the moment out of the pits. Oh, there's a big midfield scrap between Tonk, Reese and Cameron. Cameron to the outside. These guys have no ERS left, either of them. Into turn 11, it goes around the outside. That's a brilliant move by Cameron. It's passed, I'm up in the P4. Yeah, here he comes on Reese. Going for the move. Tonk goes down the inside. Yeah, did you just catch that? Into the final corner. These guys have a combined of like 9% ERS between them all. They have none left at all. Cameron Con in. Our mate won how at the lead. Where will he come out? We want to pay attention to this. Tonk going for the move on Cameron. Into turn 1 he goes, then inside, no he does not. Where will Cameron come out? He's going to get ahead of Josh, and this will be close. I don't think he has, you know. No, he hasn't. He's been overtaken by all of them, even Shifters, I think. Them two. Maybe. Alpha Versa, they won't come to balls again. Shifters, he'll be praying that his teammate lets him by and that. I mean, he can get past Charlie easily because he needs to try and push away as much as he can. But all those mediums are still better than the hards for about the next 9 laps, I'd say. So he has 9 laps to get as big of a gap. He can go softs at the end if he makes these last. So. Yeah. There is still some light at the end of the tunnel for Shifters. The race needs to go his way though. Drop the happen. It's George, the yellow flag. Oh, that is Santu Wrecker. He spun. I think he's hit the outside curb. Oh my god, he almost. Yeah, he has spun, and that's Santu Wrecker's race gone from bad to really bad there. Oh, his Hack is spun. Whether him. Oh, that was on traction. I don't know whether he was going for a move on carbon car. I don't see that. But. So Hack, he's been set back now, 4.8 behind the McLaren. Yeah, so Josh did that Shifters boy, so I reckon Shifters is gonna. He needs to get past Charlie as soon as he can. And Charlie want to save his tyres, so Charlie, I don't think he'll fight this. No, he won't. Shifters gets past him, and now he needs to be pushing. Oh no, yeah. Never mind, that's not you got the move from we don't. I thought he might. Charlie fighting this. Even with the DRS, Shifters isn't seem to have the straight line speed. Santi Wrecker's retired from the race. He's on it in the pit again in this case, so there'll be no safety car or anything. Shifters gets past, and now he can try and push away from these guys. I mean, Santi Wrecker's race, it just really wasn't going well, so that's unfortunate for him. Yeah. So, Shifters will be trying for it. Could the arrest as soon as he can, and after that it's just to see how much he can pull. As Charlie has a loose back end moment out of the fastest hand. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't know who that is. Oh yeah, that's his car, yeah it is. Which cars with the second compound? You see the scrap between these guys, Carbon Con not too far behind. I mean, I know for a fact that the Hards can go from that 10, not 9 though. I reckon they'll make it. I mean, If he starts squabbling though, the more they squabble, the more they'll add to the tyres, so. He is, yeah, into turn 1, they both off DRS. Makes the move stick, does Josh, at least for now anyway. We're on to turn 4. Shooter's almost got the DRS, not yet though. Bahrain Conrad 1.7 behind, so he has the one lap faster tyres, which at the end it could actually, it might not seem like much, but it could prove actually very critical at the end. Plays with cars, I think he ran wide, so because these guys are gaining on a lot. So wait and see. The likes of alright, the likes of Mate Cameron, they could be in for something at the end. I reckon it might look like at the moment it's a 3-horse race. It could be like a 5 or 6 horse race by the time that we come to chapter 5. Shifters, I think shifters will all shifters, speaking of shifters, run very wide. Shifters I think will be soft, but for Mate and Cameron and those guys up at the front, I think it will be medium, like you were saying. Shifters will surely have to move on, plays with cars, as here we go. With the DRS and the overtake, he's going to make the move stick. And also, Cameron Conner, he'll be a little bit annoyed because Charlie and Josh, they can DRS each other, and they're getting DRS on other cars, which is just helping them to get away from him, while he is still behind. He's only 1.4 behind, he needs to try and push to get into that DRS. I mean, shifters will be playing that plays with cars can be a little bit of a moving bollard for the guys behind, so you can try and get as big of a gap as possible while they're in the dirty air. Josh is going to go to the inside. Oh, it's the back of the AlphaTauri. I don't think he got wing damage. If not, and he didn't. He's very unlucky there. So it just like he broke a bit too late. I honestly don't know. I didn't see it properly. So yeah, Josh going for the move on the inside of the AlphaTauri. To make the move stick, he does. Charlie just needs to be patient. Hopefully he doesn't go for anything silly. Oh, Pedro guys once wide. He goes to the move into turn 14. It makes the move stick, does he? Not completely. Now Carbon Con is within DRS. So this battle is helping him. I'm going to get on the rest. Oh, Charlie one's in deep. Just going to allow Pedro Cars to come back, and if he really wanted that, Pedro Cars to get into the pit. So the Carbon Con is now in that DRS screen. He's got it off the AlphaTauri, so you just need to stay with it now. In terms of the ERS, oh, the yellow flag, that is known, I think, yeah, turn 13. I don't think he's got wing damage, but it's a shame for him. Back. Yeah. I mean, so I reckon we'll see the medium runners in about 4 laps time, so it'll be 11 laps in the mediums. They're going to be pushing, because I don't think them mediums, they'll only be dead for about 2 laps at the end, so they need to be pushed to try and get a gap, so. And they'll come out about 7-8 seconds behind with 11 laps to go, and obviously they'll be on fresh mediums, so if they have the pace, they can make that gap work. Shifters, he's trying his best to push as much as he can to get away from his teammate, but I mean, if you catch up to the guys ahead, at the moment it looks unlikely. Well, it is possible. Oh, Charlie was standing inside of Josh. I did not see that coming. And now Carbon Con's closed up. Charlie just sent it into turn 14, from what I gathered. So here we go. Yeah, Josh re-overtakes him. Carbon Con being smart, he wants to try and save the overtake, he's just going to attain DRS. So, I mean, if I was Josh, I'd try and stick behind Charlie. And I mean, Carbon Con, he's in the best position. He can let them two fight. he can stay in the DRS, he can save his DRS to his heart's content with the pace he's going at, so as you can tell that Shifters, he's a man on a mission. He's already got the gap to 3.3 behind, and he's got the gap down to 3.8 in front, so I think he's just proving a point here. If he hadn't had his kerfuffle with Carbon Con, he definitely be in this battle at the least. Yeah, probably be leading, or definitely be at least in this training cars. Doesn't I mean it's only battle we can focus on. There's no real other battles. I mean, after throwing Cameron is causing the gap to 1.4, but still, nothing too outrageous at the moment. Going to the final corner. Josh comes a little bit wide. I think he's going to try and move. Is he going to activate overtake? I don't think he is. Just the DRS, probably in Rich Mix as well. The power is going to be more than enough to. Yeah, I mean, these guys are. I reckon it'll be a pattern. These guys are switching positions. Probably until near the end, where they're really going to be fighting for it. Josh activating the overtake though. I don't know why he's using the overtake, but there's no need to, but he is. And he gets back past. Cameron now 8/10 behind mate, so that's the gap to the leaders, and as the gap to Josh now is only 14 seconds, so they'll have a bit more of a shift to do at the end. That's the way it's looking. Yeah, around 12 laps in, and that will be about it, yeah. I reckon they'll be coming in about 2 laps, 3 laps time. Well, I mean, yeah, if Carbon Con could take his coin sauce 10 laps, I mean, bear in mind it was supposed to safety car, so it would be touch and go whether if they were to take it out to lap 19, they could attempt. Oh, never mind. Our mate is in. He didn't speed, thankfully, so he just first drove it out with that group to pit. He could be out behind, obviously, the front row. What tires he has in this at medium, no surprises there. He just needs to be pushing there for 13 laps, see if he can try and close the gap to the front runners. And he could salvage something. Actually, is he going to get ahead of the Ferrari of Hack? It would be very helpful for him if he does. Is he going to get in? He's behind the Ferrari as well, so. Should just now open the second. I mean, they've been close together for the whole race. It's just they've been for about 5 laps, yeah. Or I mean, he has to get past. I mean, his first challenge will be getting past Hack, then it's about, well, at the moment it's about 8 seconds to Carbon Con. Obviously they'll be DRSing each other, so it won't help. But Charlie's starting to get away. The gap is about 8/10. He's pushing to try and break out that DRS. If he can, for even 1 lap, it might just help him. Because as soon as you break, yeah, he's gone that gap. It's now, okay, it'll be close whether he'll get it or not. Cameron is in. I wonder if he's overcutted on mate. I doubt it. He just has DRS. Carbon Con does not though, so it's getting to the point where the train is starting to disband a little bit. See, where will Cameron come? Yeah, Josh just had the DRS. Only just though. Yeah, Shifters, I mean, only 3.3 ahead. Looks like he'll regain to where he should. Oh, Shifters! Oh my god! I've almost just cursed him. Got on the outside curb. He's managed to save it and not go into the wall. That's right. I'm more than aware of the commentator's curse, trust me. There's the yellow flag. Oh, that is fair plays with cars, the AlphaTauri. Down in P12. Fair play to them for sticking out though. Same with Carps and Nondra. They've been really near the back the whole race, but they're managing to stick with it. Yeah. It's good actually. Oh, alright mate, he spun. Oh, he's lost his wheel. I reckon that's a safety car. That is a safety car. Shifters has been saved. That's a VSC. Shifters has been saved there. Is it going to be softs or is it? It's softs for him. That is so perfect. He'll come out in P3 actually because Carbon Connor's into the pit as well. Wait, we come out in P3, it'll be costing him and Cameron. P5. He'll be on the softs though. He'll need to clear Twonk and Cameron as quick as he can. I don't know why Carbon competed. He had no reason to. He was comfy in PT3. Now it's looking like he's just cost himself a podium. So 10 laps to go, still something can happen. So crazy cars with 5 second time penalty speed in the pit lane. And we're back green. So the gap from shifters to the front runners is about 30. I can actually check. Actually, I should check. It's 15.8 to Charlie. So at the moment, it looks unlikely unless there's a late safety car, which is not impossible. You don't want to push too much though, because obviously them tyres, yeah, the more he pushes, the more risky he is to a puncture, so. I mean, shifters at the moment, I mean, I reckon next lap round it'll be fastest lap, more than likely. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't, as Josh, I mean, he's trying to keep with him, he's using the overtake. I mean, Charlie shouldn't use it because, I mean, with him being that far back, oh, Noja's out, safety car. I did say it. Shifters has probably the most lucky man alive right now. I say lucky and unlucky because that means that Josh and Charlie, they can pit and I think they'll come out ahead of them. Only Josh, they'll actually be very close though, I think. Because it didn't come out like at the point where like, the safety car will be ahead of them. I mean, I did say 10 laps to go, something could change, something could shift the balance of the race, it definitely has. Carbon Corn, he's been saved as well, because I mean, this is probably one of the, I don't know, it's a good and bad I don't know how to put it for the medium runners. I mean, they can try and risk it and stay out. Because themselves, if they can keep themselves behind for a good few laps, they'll die eventually. The question is, how quick and when will they die? And I mean, if they'll die at all, because you never know. I mean, they're supposed to take themselves at 9 out of 10, so I doubt they'll actually die. So, and again, this would be closer than Charlie. I reckon Charlie could go ahead. It's Josh who may not. Charlie goes in, so I brought in. Actually, I think they'll come out ahead, because obviously, I mean, as soon as they cross the line, they can go full throttle. Cameron stays out, so does Twonk. Shifters, I think he's going to go ahead of them both. Yeah, shifters. Josh has run onto mediums. I think he's made a wrong strategy call there. Going to the medium. I don't know why. Saucer Company made it. I think he's going to get jumped. Yeah, he's been jumped by Carbon Corn, I think. He has. Jumped by Carbon Corn, and he's been jumped by Pids. So, wait, what? Oh, I hate... Okay, so there's a glitch in this game where Cameron... He's been allowed to pass the safety car now. Oh, what is this game? Cameron's been allowed to pass the safety car. No one else has, so now he's going to get a free lap ahead. I don't know how, wait, okay, what the hell was that? What just happened? I can check, you know, oh, he's disconnected, that's what's happened. I was wondering, because I saw him go, I saw him be going so far, I was wondering what happened. His AI is probably going to cause a little bit of mayhem in terms of the safety car restart. But I mean, shit. Yeah. Which will be removed at the end of the race, so hopefully that's the only 5 second that does get given out. He's not gonna lot. Yeah, so shit, has been up to second. Tranny, I mean, the fact is, no one else seems to be allowed to overtake Cameron. And Cameron's back though, so okay for him, he won't have to worry. He'll get his 5 second remove, so yeah, there's nothing else not to worry about. Safety car, I think it'll be in this lap, I'm gonna assume. So, obviously Tom Q, be trying to defend for his own life. Why is, okay, Pidge shouldn't be overtaking the alpha male there, Cameron. Guys, leave each other room. We don't want to repeat of Australia where there's a headache for the stewards. Just watch it. So at the moment, Carbon Con could salvage a podium, which looked very unlikely after he pitted. Shifters. I mean, with the way it's gone, I reckon he's my driver of the day. So far, anyway. Yeah. He was put down to 14th, and it might be luck, but something you need luck in the sport to win a lot of the time. So. And also, it's also a little gift for the likes of Carps and FTW sticking on it. They now have a chance at points. So this is just a prove what happens if you stick in it. What can go your way? I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be next up safety cars then. That's from 3, I think. Let's see, safety cars are gonna be in this lap. No, it is not. So next lap I think it'll be in. And also Tonka's a penalty. I think that's 3 seconds. I hope it's not a 5 second. It is 3 seconds, so it's gonna drop down as well either way. I mean, unless he can perform a miracle and get a gap. Obviously, Charlie is on the fresher softs, which when you think it might be only about like a lap or 2, but that with the way the soft tires are, that's gonna be crucial at the end. Yeah, I mean, if I can remember correctly, the difference, tire, I got per lap around the air and softs, something like 7 or 8%, I think. So there'll be a lot. I think it was more than that. I can't remember, but it definitely wasn't. It definitely is like it's at least about 5%, I'd say. So obviously Cameron will get the pen removed. So if he can get ahead of Trey and keep that, he'll finish on the podium. Because the 5 second was. It wasn't even him. It was his AI. So it's not like he had any control over it in the first place. Hopefully no one hits the back of each other. Because safety car should be in this lap, and it has to be in this lap. It's been over 3 laps now, so it'll be in this lap, in this lap regardless of whatever anyone does. Oh my god, Tonk isn't lagging. I don't know if that's just me, just had a massive lag spike at the front. Okay, so I mean, Charlie, he won't be the angriest person with a safety car, but he won't be the happiest. Because I mean, it almost looks certain for a win, but now, I mean, his chances are slimmer than what they were before the safety car, and obviously, Josh being on the mediums, which it doesn't help him at all. Safety cars in this lap, so yeah. So like I was saying, Josh being on the mediums, that won't help him at the start. He could be like right at the end of the race, but it might not be enough in the end for him. So Tonk way back in the month. I think with the way he's going, I think he wants it to be an early restart. Oh yeah, he does for speeding the safety car. I didn't see that. I think we're gone now. That's when the safety car wasn't even in, so it was so toned down right before the line. Charlie with a 3-second time penalty. And here we go, Tonk, is he gonna get overtaken in turn 1? Is Shifter's gonna go for it? He is, no. Oh my god, Tonk, massive lag. Shifters goes down the inside. Oh, he makes contact. Oh, and there's a massive crash. Tonk is off and into the wall. I know. Did Charlie get wing damage from that? I can't see. If you get a good camera angle, I do want to know if he did get wing damage. I don't think he did, but he got a 3-second time penalty on the restart, so he could drop down by the time this race. Shifters, I mean, that was not his fault. I mean, I was looking. I don't know if you saw what I saw, but Tonk was lagging a lot, so that is no fault of Shifters. He did retire. Forcing to him was just promote characters into the point, so with them, with the way it's looking, though at the back they could actually jump a few positions as trying with a penalty. I mean, Carbon Con, if he wants to get, I'm gonna be happy just getting the podium at the bare minimum. So I mean, but Josh still has a chance. He's still there. He hasn't lost as much time as I thought he might have. Shifters with the fastest now. So I mean, at the moment it's a grand slam for him. Paul win the fastest lap at the moment. It's Carbon Con to the outside of Cameron. Is he gonna hold out? Hold it on the outside, Cameron. That's fair by Cameron. Cuts him off there. So we're on to turn 4. Josh on the back of him. Is Josh gonna make the move? No. Up behind, you have the Ferrari gonna go down the inside of Pids. That's a half-hearted move. You have even further down at the back. Carps and FJW for P9 and P10 into turn 4. Oh no, FJW makes the move. Oh, the Williams, that looked like he was about to spin. Obviously, plays with cars. Just have a drive, unfortunately for him. And Charlie is still going to keep his podium at the moment because Cameron Conti, if he wants to get that P2, he needs to try and get past Cameron. But Shifter just needs to keep his car in control. Hopefully he doesn't spin. I'm gonna be careful. I already commented his curse the month, so I don't want to do it again. So I'll just keep my mouth shut for the moment. Charlie on the back of him. I don't reckon Shifters will fight him though. Plays with cars. I got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah. Here comes Carbon Con. There's a yellow flag at the back. They're going 3 wide into turn 1. Carbon Con to the outside. He's going to make the move stick. Josh trying to do the cutback. These two are fighting for podium, remember, because obviously Cameron has the pen. On the run down to turn 4, Carbon Con, he wants to make the move. He goes to the outside of turn 4. FJWs are tired from the session. Cameron shoots him out fairly. Oh, they make contact! That's... Oh my god, how... Oh, I don't know, who to blame for that one? I had an absolute shocking camera angle for half that. Yeah. It looked like Carbon Con went for the move, it looked like maybe Cameron didn't leave him enough room. I honestly don't know, and then... Charlie spun! Oh, Charlie's lost his end plate! from what looked like a certain podium has now turned into. I mean, I feel so bad for him because that's the second time he's gonna be stripped of a very good result. And after the pit, he'll be out at the back. I think he'll actually be out in last when he pits. That's unfortunate for him. So Josh. So it is currently a 1-2 for Vrl. Cameron Coleman will have something to say about that now. As we're on to the third last lap, Cameron up in the P4. Hack gonna go for the move, obviously on his debut as well as Cameron, the two debutants fighting for P4. Oh my god, who was that? I think that was Pids went in very deep. Cameron, he's fighting Hack very hard. Oh, Charlie has retired in the pits. I don't know why he's retired. Getting 4 points and whatever he's going to get is better than having none. But okay, I mean, Carbon Con's tires, they should be about equal to mediums and the softs. But Shifters, that is, he can just relax now. He doesn't need the push, he just needs to save his tires for as long as he can. Hopefully it is. Hopefully he does not do a Charlie and spin. Yeah. I mean, Carbs. I'm talking about Carbs. He'll be up into P6, I think, maybe even P5. So if he's sticking in this race, he's going to snatch a very decent pole position. Well, that's what it looks like anyway. Yeah, I think Cameron Con is dropped at the DRS now. I don't think he'll keep this. Let's look at the battle in midfield. What's the pound this? Okay, so I think Hack got a 5 second. Hack and Cameron, your pound is in the move, so. Actually, I want to check. I think Hack on his speed in the pit, man. I'll take it to the end. So. FAW, he's left the session. 7.7 to go. Oh, Cameron Connor's gone very wide. Cameron gets the exit speed. And now he's going to go round the outside of Hack into the wareham. Yeah, Hammer, sorry. Turn 11. There is good battles in midfield. I mean, we haven't really given these guys much airtime, so I think we'll watch their battle for the final lap. Pedro was wide, getting the turn. On to the final lap. Here comes Hack. He goes around the outside. Makes a move. Stick on Cameron. And so, here we go. Yeah, so on to the final lap. Oh, Reese almost losing it. He runs wide. Manages to save the car. I think it's time I'm just praying I don't curse him. I think it's time we go on board with. I want to watch his battle in midfield. I think anything's gonna happen there. So. What shift is coming across? I don't know. I want to see if these moves. Cameron to the outside. Here he goes. Doesn't make a mistake. Goes for the cutback. Yep. You have to go multiple shifters though. He's coming through the final corner. He's being through it all. This race, through the emotions. He had a brilliant start. Even Cameron can't make contact. He's come back up though, and he'll cross the line to win here in Bahrain. Josh will come across the line to make a Mercedes 1-2. So they're very happy with that. Carbon Con will take home P3 and a podium position. Hack in P4. Him dropping down, that will be sure to change, I do believe. Carp should drop in the P5, that... Okay, so Cameron will move back up in the P4, I think Hack will move up into... And Hack will move back up into P4. So, Hack in No, sorry, it'll be Hack in P5 and Cameron in P4. That was a brilliant race. I mean, first time commentating, Kieran, what do you think of it? Yeah, so here's your classified order for the Bahrain Grand Prix shifters. With the fastest lap, takes P1 maximum points he can. Grand Slam in front today. Josh in P2. He'll be kind of happy and won't be happy. Carbon Con in P3. I mean, I reckon he'll be happy with that one. Racing P4. Carps in P5. From P16, that's a brilliant result. It'll be him or shifters driver of the day, really. I don't know who to pick. Cameron, I mean, it looked promising for him at one point. The safety car didn't really help him in P6. Hackett his debut in P7. Pids in 8th. Plays cars in 9th. And then your DNFs were Charlie, SAW, Tunk, Noja, Alright Mate, Santi Rebecca, Driggs, and Callum. That was an action-packed race, it's fair to say. So, I just checked something. I'm going to go to the 5 seconds. Okay, there you go. I will get all the podium runners in now. So, there is Carbon Cone, there is Shifters. I need to get Josh in. It's Vietnam next week. So, not the only one, you're not the only one. I've invited top 3, so now just wait for them to join, and then we can get started with the interviews. I'm intrigued to see. Well, obviously, as we do get P3 man Carbon Cone in, just need to do the 2 in now, and then we can get started. Both marks. There is Shifters, and now we just need to get Josh in. And there is Josh. Okay, so we can get started. Make sure, before we go, make sure all your voices are set to share. Is everyone's voice on share, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with you, Carbine. So P3 today, just, well, it was a bit of a mixed bag of a race. Just take us through your race today.
It was alright. Start was good, but that was more down to the guys in front of me having a bad start instead of me actually looking good. But I was surprised about the consistency at the early part of the race. Worked pretty well, even for the first safety car period. But then, at the time the guys behind me were doing the undercut, staying at that 1 lap extra kind of cost me track position when I ran wide at the fast right-hander. Too much time lost there, and then staying with them really all race, and then getting stuck behind an Alfa Romeo about put me off the track, and then that lost me the position to Josh. But I'm not going to complain about a podium.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was interested. I was wondering. I mean, what was your thought? Because you qualified on the softs. What was your thought? Were you thinking of a one-stop the whole race, or did you just think of it like as you went on?
It was the plan. I knew straight away as soon as there was the first safety car, I knew I'd be doing a 2-stop. I just needed a cheap excuse to actually change tyres at the right time to do so. I think there was a VSC toward the end of the race where I picked softs, and that was the right call because the safety car came out a lap later.
So, Kieran, do you have any questions? Okay, so Next week is Vietnam. How do you think you're going to get on there?
Crap, my setup's shocking.
Fair enough. Maybe you want to P2 then, Josh. I mean, in terms of your race there, you were in the lead battle for a lot of it. Then the safety car came out, which did not help you. You went on to mediums, interestingly. They'll just take us through how your race went.
Well, the start was alright, but then I got stuck around the outside of, I think it was Connor and Charlie going side by side. So then that hampered me for a bit of the race, because then I think I went down to 5th after that. Someone else overtook me. And then just stuck with them the whole race. Liam pulled away, but then span after he was a bit stupid on the safety car. And then when that final safety car came out, I set it to softs, but it put me on mediums.
Oh god.
So I had to push as much as I could, really. And I got lucky with, obviously it wasn't good for Connor, but then with the instant Connor and Alfa Romeo had, which then gave me 2nd place. And my setup was a bit shit as well.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I mean, I was going to ask about the new strategy, but you just answered it for me. I mean, I really have no other questions apart from next week is, yeah, Vietnam. What do you think? What do you think of Vietnam? I think you get on there.
If I stay out of trouble, which is bound to happen probably, I think I could do well because my setup's not too bad around there. So if I stay out the wall, which I definitely wouldn't, I think I could do well.
Yes. Okay. So moving on to P1 shifters. I mean, a roller coaster of races for to say. You had a brilliant start. The safety car came out. You had your own look of kerfuffle on the safety car restart. You spawned. You came back. Just take us through that race.
I don't even know where to begin, honestly. That race, I had to sweat that race out. Admittedly, there was a lot of luck involved, but yeah, I was pushing flat out. There was no let-ups, no saving. Just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. I think when the second safety car came out, no, let's actually go through the first one. First safety car, I left it really late. That was stupid on my part. My tires were cold, and unfortunately, I spun. So obviously, I had to push flat out, cut through the field, and stuff like that. Pitted, had to do the whole process again, and then when it came time to pit, VSC came out. I got very lucky. Then half a lap later, safety car came out, and that pretty much saved my race. As for Cameron Dowds, I'm not sure what's going on with his internet. He was lagging all over the place.
Yeah, I saw.
And same with Twonk. And to be fair, his safety car restart was a little bit questionable, but I'm not going to complain too much.
I mean,
overall,
yeah.
as a race, it's just mind-boggling. I don't even know what to say about it.
I can tell. I mean, obviously, yeah. I did see you collided with Cameron when he was lagging. I thought you might win that. I hope you didn't. I mean, you basically just answered all my questions in one go. So I'll do it with what I asked everyone. And next week is Vietnam. How do you think you're going to get on there?
Vietnam, not my strongest track, but I have practiced today, and I don't think I'm gonna make it next week. You know me, I'm always busy. I just got lucky today.
Yeah.
So I might go back to regular business with Josh, or maybe Connor. He surprised me today, Cameron Con.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Especially for some people on the grid, the racecraft must improve.
Okay, so I'll wrap it up there. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to join us, like we said, next week at the same time at 8 PM for VRL. I've been Taser. I've been joined by Kieran. Hope you all